their city where they were for a few days. And when they were returning, this man said, "Oh, I'm going to go this way. You go back to your home." And she said, "Okay, no problem." And that's how he changed his locks, changed his phone number, changed everything, changed his social media handles. Because he and this girl failed a compatibility test. Compatibility test that was done online. He didn't see a shrink. He didn't go to the doctors. He didn't go to see, a psychologist or something, that will assess both of them. A married couple. No. He strictly went online and made a life-altering, life-changing decision. Which leads us to this final conversation and the question we're asking this morning. Can our dependency on technology be reduced? We put on our televisions and our telephones to get news. Yes, it used to just be radios back in those days, but now handheld devices have taken over. Some of you cannot multiply 25 by 10. You have to use your smart device. Some people, right, can't just look at the weather or look into the sky like our forefathers did and say, it's like rain will fall today. Oh. There's some signs. Even the Bible says, look to the skies and check for the signs. But we don't do that. We'll open the weather app. And don't get me wrong, I love the weather app. I will share the data for you every day as often as I can. Right now, it's telling me that we have temperatures of 27 degrees and we should expect rain in Port Harcourt today by 12:30 or 1:30 p.m. I love that. That's what technology is. But if I depend solely on technology, am I not going to be doing something wrong to myself? Ladies and gentlemen, can the dependency on tech be reduced? Should it be reduced in the first case?
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo FM. Nigeriainfo, let's talk.
With Jude on 92.3 Nigeriainfo.
017-923-0002, 017-923-0007, 0817923-0002, 0817923-0007. All right, at Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeriainfo. PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X. Now, WhatsApp is 0809 030-6416, 0809-030-6416. All right, that's where you find us on our WhatsApp platform. Once again, send us a message on Facebook and on X is at Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH. Is our dependence on modern technology becoming too much? Can we reduce it? And if we can, how? How are you reducing it? Should you be reducing it? Every day you have driver's aid to improve your experience as a driver. Even in our kitchen, modern kitchens these days have their refrigerators, their microwave ovens, all connected to the internet. So, in fact, you can from your office start to pre-warm or preheat your salads or your spaghetti or your pizza or your ewedu soup, right? Before you get home, so that by the time you enter your house, your microwave knows that Oga Jude is coming home. It has told me to heat up his egusi soup. Bam! I come home, I just open it, and my egusi soup is ready. Technology. WhatsApp 009-030-6416, Now, IKS says, Jew, good morning. I find it very worrisome that people are making life-changing decisions based off of what a computer program has told them. It is true, some of these computer programs are accurate, but they're not 100% foolproof. If people read the memorandum of understanding in some of these things, you mean the terms and conditions, right? Because I don't think it's a memorandum of understanding. Right, so yeah, if you read those things, where was I? Okay, if you read them, they will tell you that there are certain caveats and that you should go and seek professional advice for whatever it is that you're looking for. Why are people making this mistake? IK is saying, IK, people believe a lot of things on the internet. If you're still listening, let me ask you, have you not gone on a dating website? Did you not use Facebook at one point in time to try and pick up women? Or meet your long lost friends and decide to do business with them? That's technology helping you. That's technology helping you. So yes, there are usually terms and conditions that give warnings, there are agreements that you are meant to click to before you make use of an app. I agree with that, but to say that people shouldn't use them, that's why they're developed. That's why people develop dating apps. Why? So they can meet men and women online. That's why people have apps to check their weight. That's why people have apps to make them sleep. People have apps for virtually everything that we do on earth these days. Is it too much? 017-923-0002, 0817923-0003, 0817923-0002, 0817923-0003. All right, at Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeriainfo PH, at Nigeriainfo PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X. Well, Harry here is saying, Jew, good morning. I think the dependence on technology is getting really out of hand. Fortunately for us here in Nigeria, we are not as bad as people in the West. I have a friend in the US whose daily life is being monitored by his phone. His phone tells him when he has applications to run. His phone tells him when to buy a fuel because he sets reminders. His phone tells him everything he's meant to do and when he's not meant to do something. There's no room for spontaneity. We have now become robots to the robots designed to help us. Woo! Okay. All right. I like that. I mustn't agree with it. I'm saying I like that. We have become robots to the robots designed to help us. Always looking at our phones, always going online. Oh, everything is online. After this break, we'll continue.
You are tuned in.
in close to our next draw, our raffle draw for one play. So, be like Charles, get your tickets. Let's see who gets to win another 25,000 this morning. And also, I'll be giving away my second ticket for the Saturday event. Remember we talked about a Children's Day event where your child can go and get to have a great time. You know, we would love to have as many children as possible, but you know, the tickets are just in small numbers at the moment. So I have a second ticket to give away this morning. And the first person, Mr. Ugo, if I'm not mistaken, has been informed of his win. Yes, Ugo. Yes, I got it. All right. So before the 11:50 mark, before the 11:55 mark, right, the first message I get by 11:55, right, we'll get a ticket. All right, we'll get a ticket. You just want your son or your daughter to be where his or her peers are for this Children's Day celebration from Saturday. You know, hey, hit me up. Hey, my child would like to attend, and I'll just give you a ticket. That's all. All right. So 11:55 is the time. Mark it very closely. Speaking of marking, in order to do that, a good number of you are going to use your smart devices. A good number of you are probably going to even set an alarm on your wristwatch if you have an electronic wristwatch. And all of those things aid the quality of life that we all live in. Technology, right? But let's use technology. All right. So technology is meant to help us live better, more comfortable lives. We have air conditioning. We have good cars. Roads are slightly better, particularly for the Nigerian context. And food as well. All of these things are made possible because of research. People carry out research and say, okay, how can we make these things better? But we are living in a time where, you know, computers, robots are doing a whole lot for us. A woman filed for divorce because an app on her phone told her husband was going to cheat on her. And then I also told you that I knew a friend about 4 or 5 years ago in the UK who broke up with his then girlfriend because he took a compatibility test online. And the compatibility test said, this girl that you are dating is not the perfect woman for you. It's not the right woman for you. He called the relationship. He just broke up. Just so that, go your way. I'm not doing it again. That's what he said. Have fights. They didn't quarrel. He just took a test online. And that was how that relationship ended. That showed a very high dependence on technology, a high dependence on the apps and the applications that we use. A lot of you, Jude inclusive, has been on dating apps. From To Go was one of them. Facebook is still one of them. X, people are still looking for the love of their lives on X. There was, what's that thing called? Tinder. You know, there were so many apps. Swipe left, you like this face. Swipe right, the app tells you, okay, this is the criteria I want. In fact, there are some other specialized apps, right, that you put the detail of your work, your height, everything, and then you will tell it what you want in a man or a woman. It will then match you and then call you and say, we have found a right man or a right woman for you. Are we depending too much on these technologies? Can we reduce them?
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeriainfo FM. Nigeriainfo, let's talk.
Hello, with Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
92.3 Nigeria Info, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Mr. Zan. I'm calling you from Port Harcourt.
Welcome, Mrs. Zion. Can we reduce our dependency on technology? Should we?
If we want to reduce it, is there another tool we can use in replacing it?
The old way of looking to the sky, checking if rain is falling.
Still have that knowledge to look into the sky to understand the times. I'm an Ijoman from Bayelsa State. Growing up as a child, my forebears are fishermen. Just look into the sky. No moku no go river now. Fish no day. But yeah, moku go the river, go catch fish. There's a way the sun will rise. And then moku relax, no go farm. There even some way the birds. In those days, that reminds me, when writing, we have to go post before the letter we get here almost 21, 5 days or whatever. But there are signs that will show in your compound. You know that my brother, when they Port Harcourt don't get a job.
Wow.
News don't come. Even upon, there are certain bears or appearance of signs in the compound. This sign no good, we don't lose somebody. There were people that understand the sign. The church came, we called them, suffered not a wish to live, we stoned them to death. Some of them, we excommunicated them. We abandoned those ways. We now imbibe the technology. Today now we are being consumed by technology. And you say, let's reduce it. Who will come and interpret the ways of our fathers to us? So that in our own environment, when the sun and the rain, same as in the sun is shining, the rain is falling, there is a connotation. Oh, a lion
is about, we used to hear that as children.
Is it not so?
We used to hear that as children.
Understand that? Dude, that is even too far. When last did you come out to this sky to see the stars at night? Do you know that these stars, they have names? Do we still remember their names? In the 4 o'clock hours, there's a particular star that shines so much brighter that is close to the moon. When that thing happens, do you know what it entails? We have been consumed by technology. Now we are living like, I don't know, we are living like programs. We're like metrics configured everywhere. We are missing. Whenever your metrics cannot be calculated, your formula cannot be found, you are disappeared, which means you are dead. That is how we live our life today. So for us to go back then, we need to first of all appease the word of our fathers. Oh, our ancestors.
But do we necessarily need to go all the way back? Can't we just can't we merge a little of both? We don't need to go all the way back.
The little we have is being adulterated. You were here, they have kidnapped people. Those people that have kidnapped, they have not returned. Don't even know where they are. In the days of our fathers, can you try it? By now, they have done 2 or 3 signs. Oh, those children, they room okuta, go room okuta, they go come out. We have lost it. Common malaria now they kill us. We are getting sick, stroke. Even the back of woods were being used as medicine to us. Do you know the back of wood that can treat malaria, that can give you, that can treat typhoid in your body? Do you know? Just remember those. As I'm talking to you, all this talk when they talk, they make us look into the sky now. I can't even remember. So we get to school, they told us about autocumulus clouds, Columbus, and so on, right? Can I still remember the one that should tell my children, Yamona, go catch fish in the river? No cross, so if I cross, wave will meet you at the middle of nowhere. We have lost this knowledge. Our ancestors are even angry with us. Sometimes they look at us as, you know that some of us, we dreamt last night, too. We can't even remember our dreams anymore. Until our ancestors need to come to us.
They need to come back. Wait. Let me ask you just one question before I get to the next call. Let me ask you just one question. So the lady and my friend who broke up their relationship because an app told them that they are not compatible, right? Is that too much dependence, or maybe the app, they've trained the app to see signs that we don't know?
The apps were not designed by people.
Yes, they were.
They're designed by professionals, yes, who met 1 or 2 things. Somebody can design the app today now. The app will tell you that Mr. Zion will call into Nigeriainfo. The person has studied Mr. Zion over the period. No be so. That was why I developed that app. The person who developed this app have told these 2 people that there is a way on how to go behave now. Relationship no go work. How come? There are past precedents. There are precedents of relationship that the person studied and they brought about this app. So if they are depending on the app, it's left for them to show that they are not mature. I stand to be corrected. When it comes to marriage, the first 3 to 5 years in my marriage, there were misunderstandings. there were arguments. Any marriage that survived the first 5 years, that marriage will stay forever. Today, how many of those marriages are broken between 5 years or the first 5 years? How come we are not surviving it? We have lost the signs. We now depend on technology. Oh, delete that person, another man there somewhere, another woman there somewhere. That is what the technology will tell you. But the same technology will not tell you the character trait of this person. We will now depend on zodiac sign. Look how
But wait, now zodiac sign is similar to the way our parents used to look at the star and say it will rain. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So you see, look, we need to strike a balance. If we're going to look at zodiac signs and say, oh, it's bad, it's the same way the sailors, of what 2,000 years ago used the stars to navigate. Now we have a compass, yes, but they used the stars back in those days. Oh dear. 017-923-0002, 017-923-0007. All right, WhatsApp is 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. 90.3 Nigeriainfo, good morning, please.
Good morning, Jude.
Good morning. Oh, there's a dial tone here.
Yeah, Otto Costa and Lucas calling from Monet.
Okay, Lugan, go on. I'm going to permit this call. Go on, please.
Okay. You see, I want to say technology is good, but technology is also bad. Just imagine those persons have just left the relationship because of an app that said they are not compatible. How is the app? Why will app tell you people that you are not compatible? Is it medically or what? What kind of compatibility is it talking about? Medically, physically, spiritually, mentally, or which of them? They have been together. They would have studied themselves to understand that this is a situation, possibly the app is making a mistake. There is human error already.
Okay.
There will also be an app error. These things are produced by a human, for God's sake. Maybe an intellectual human being with extraordinary skills and mind. Why are you dependent on it solely? Now, I want to tell you something. I grew up with my grandparents. And I can recall vividly that I usually go to farm with my grandmother. My grandmother will look at the sky and tell you, this is the time. You, as someone who is putting on wristwatch, check the time. That is exactly the time.
Wow. Your grandmother could tell the time by just looking at the sun.
I'm hearing you.
Your grandmother could tell the time by just looking at the sun?
Yes.
Wow.
My grandfather those days, he was educated still, but he was working in tandem with the nature. My grandfather would sit in the parlor and tell me, Obodoka, I say, Rami, Oyemiza say, Papa, he said it will rain. The sun will be shining, everywhere will be bright. He said it will rain by so time. And by that time, it would surely drop. The thing is, we have lost touch with nature. And we are just basically basing our mind on technology. Technology is good, as I stated with my statement. But we should also understand that technology will have some errors. If you go for some tests, you discover that they will tell you, oh, it seems we are not seeing it correctly. Let's do it again. You do that test again. And then for you to discover that thing they say you had before, you never had it. Because it's human error. So why are we dependent on technology? Telling you are not compatible with someone you are being together with, and you just accepted it. Mm-hmm. And at the end
the app brought us together now. It's not people that are going on Facebook looking for their fine girls and fine boyfriends.
The app brought them together. Hello, Jude.
Yes.
The app brought them together.
Yes, now when you go on Facebook and say, I like this girl, she's yellow.
The app have also disengaged them now. No problem. App scatter. That's the same thing.
I'll bring app scatter, excuse me. Okay. Okay. All right. 017-923-0002, 017-923-0007. All right. At Nigeriainfo PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeriainfo PH. We're talking about the dangers of tech dependency. All right, this one here says, good morning. There is this very real danger in our over-dependence and over-reliance on technology. If you remember, there have been situations where apps have crashed and the world was brought to a standstill. People were panicking. 3 years ago, WhatsApp crashed. Facebook even crashed. Even when Twitter crashed, people were going left, right, and center. Why? Because the online space is where business and information thrives. I have no problem with technology, but I think we're putting too much of our lives online. Man has gone from living life to recording life. Man has gone from living life to recording life. Everything online. Hello, Port Harcourt. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, please.
My name is Life from Port Harcourt.
Welcome.
Yes, I want to contribute.
Yes, please. Please, can you turn off your radio set? Turn off your radio set or separate from the radio, please.
Okay. Actually, I want to contribute. To me, there's no much difference between time of food and technology, because actually, even our fathers that other colors have mentioned that they look at the sky, they mention, even this technology, the same method they use in studying all these things. When our fathers die, sometimes it rain. I think sometimes it might not rain because some things are just changed. So there's always error in everything, both in technology and days of old. So there's really no much difference. Like what you said about the app that don't do, but they're not compatible. It might just be because of their genotype. And nobody wants to marry AX, marry AX. They might end up having a stickler. So the app might just say, man, you're not compatible based on this area. So there's no really much difference. Just that there are some things that we don't know anymore based on we Africans, Nigerians. Technology has really taken that part away from us. Yeah, that is I would say, okay, we've lost some.
So let me ask you, right? Be very honest, right?
Yeah.
Can you do 25 times 20 plus 10 without looking at your calculator?
Yes.
You can?
Yes, I can do that.
So you don't think you are overly dependent on technology? You don't think you're overly dependent on technology?
No. I don't. But to me, I don't. But the children we have these days, they are much more dependent on technology. On our time where we use 4-figure tables, so that things.
Okay.
We think it's speculated time. We think that same time they use doing work now. Those days we use 4-figure table at the same time, and we still finish, we still do well. So these days there are some children that they don't even know what the 4-figure table, don't know how to use it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of children these days know what the 4-figure table looks like. Well, anyway, that's a conversation for another day. Thank you very much. Great to have heard from you. Jude, technology was designed to improve our lives. At every point in human development, different technology was invented. The wheel, for example. Today, everybody is looking forward to having a car or rides a bus or goes on the train. Do you want us to start walking from here to Rumola just because we're trying to, quote unquote, go back to what nature has designed for us? No. Technology propels us into the future, and the future is technology. Simple. Okay. Technology is designed to propel us into the future. The future is technology. All right. You make of this what you will. Obviously, I would say not everything should be left to algorithms, right? Human interaction is complex and is beautiful. And no matter how well intended, there will be mistakes from these apps. Final caller. Good morning.
Yeah, Jude.
Good morning. Good morning to you.
This is Moses from Bayelsa.
Very quickly, Moses, have a minute.
Okay, thank you. As for me, I would say technology has got a lot of advancement. Why I say so is this. Though there is no difference, in those days, our fathers, they work with nature, and it's like they are being, how would I put this? It's like we call it juju. They can predict, and it will be exactly. They will do things like magic. And that's why, see, there's no difference. The only difference is the name or how it is being done. That's just the difference. Like technology, or let me say, this, what will I call it? This science of things, right? As it's like witchcraft. No different. From those days, that Babalawo,
you will see. Okay.
The soothsayers and all those things. You go to them and they tell you things. The same thing, technology can predict what will happen the next minute. So that's just what I have to say. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Anyway, let's go to the draw. I'm expecting to give out a ticket very shortly, and also 25,000 there. All right, because I'd love to see you win. I can't predict who will win, but I do know this: one person will.